everyone, coming back and it's raining. It's been pretty hot this summer, so the rain is quite welcome, and you can see there's been an explosion of growth in my tomato plants and marigolds, and just kind of looking around. Still quite dry, a lot of the ground, so because I'm underneath the shade you can see where the rain is hitting the patio and then the dry areas. All around here is wet because it's not sheltered by the tree, but then if you come over here you can see how dry this whole area is, and it's raining, it's starting to rain quite hard now. If I show you up here, you can see quite a lot of raindrops hitting down. So this area does get quite a lot of the rain, but you can see the ground is quite dry. It's not really getting the rain or the water because of the tree above. It's keeping it all very dry, so I do need to chop this tree down a little bit more. All of this is dry pretty much. Right, it's all dry. You can see here how much this tree shades the garden and the patio. One thing I have noticed is this part of the garden is much bigger and much larger. If I zoom in on the plants, you can see they're quite dehydrated. My watering schedule isn't quite on track, and hopefully you can see, well, not hopefully, but the leaves are kind of curled up. That's my rose plant that's fallen off the shelf. It was up here, the other one's still up here. This one is fallen off, so I need to put that one back and see how it's doing. And the oya pot. So this is the oya pot here, and you can see this part of the garden has grown much larger. The tomato plants are, what, a foot and a half tall, and I think it's because of the oya pot. So if you compare it to this part of the garden, where I guess it gets less moisture and there's no oya pot, you can see that the tomato plants are a lot smaller, probably half the size, maybe less. See, these are wiltering. These need a lot more water. I think it's because it's shaded by the tree. Maybe I need another oya pot on this side. And I do have 3 apples. They're the only apples on the tree at the moment that I can see. I don't see any more. Unfortunately, there's no pears. But yeah, well, 3 is better than nothing, I guess. And it's all free and organic, so it should be nice. Had some last year. I had about 8 last year. The garden's still a bit of a mess, unfortunately. And yeah, so this part of the garden does much better, but it's all lessons for next year, and maybe it's because I put in the oya pot, or maybe just because there's less tree cover there and it gets a bit more moisture, or maybe because it's slightly down slope facing, it's kind of slopes downwards that way, so maybe that's why it's getting more moisture. But this side it's kind of a bit steeper than what I expected or hoped for. It's kind of slanting, kind of uphill like that, and maybe that's where a lot of the moisture is going, but it doesn't look like moisture's even really falling on that part of the garden because of the tree covers. So I need to chop more of the tree down, I think, and open up the canopy. It's still raining, so you can see the difference. Where I'm standing is relatively dry, which means this whole corner is dry. And the plants aren't getting the water, but the patio is doing quite well. It's quite wet, it's not pooling. Last year, around this area, there was a big pool of water and it was flooded. All the way along here. I'll try and put in a picture if I can of what it was last year before I did the patio. But now it's a lot more even, and the water should be sloping off into the car park and going into the car park any excess water, so that we're not standing in it. And yeah, so that's pretty much my garden. Just wanted to give you an update, and hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like and a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, bye.